You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. He had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, Kick Dingbat here. Welcome the King Dingbat himself is here. I don't know what I'm about to say. I'm totally confused. But welcome to the first day of Eagles training camp where the rookies dominated, especially Nolan Smith. How about Nolan Smith? What a year impressed I'm on time. Thank you. And what's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? Philly Nation 307, what's going on? Joe, what's up? Eric, Jerry, Eagles clip. Mark, let's go. New Zealand Philly fan, Ian, Punjab, System of the Knot, Mares, Leon. What is going on, everybody? Thank you for being here. Yes, I'm on time. I actually wanted to come on earlier, but I just couldn't get on until now. But thank you guys so much for being here. I don't know about you guys, man, but I am so excited about training camp, man. It is, God, it's so great that it's finally here. And what a way to start off. I think Nolan Smith really stole the show today. I do. I think, hearing somebody runs a 4.39 sounds good, but it's when you go out there and you actually start rushing the passer and people get to see it implemented, that's a whole different thing. So I'm very, very excited about Nolan Smith. You're going to have to find ways to use him and get him on the field. Jalen Carter had a sack. I'm just very happy with what I saw from those guys. What's going on with everybody out, man? What's the word on the streets? Let's see. Finally caught you on a live stream. Marcus, it feels good, man. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here Friday, and then all next week except for Wednesday. And then we'll go from there. Philly Nation, what's happening, my man? How are you? Jerry, what's going on? And I'm not giving out any wrenches until we get to the Eagles preseason game. I will be streaming the Eagles preseason game. That's when I'll start to give some out because I need to figure out how many I need to give out. But it is what it is. What's going on, my man? How are you? Dank, what's going on? Definitely hit that like button, man. We need all the help we can get, all the likes. I am the most censored and the most throttled Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And people always say, why do you say that? That's because they took down 30 of my tinfoil dingbat videos. And then they throttle my channel. It's happened many, many times. Samuel, welcome to Dingbat Nation, buddy. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Good time to join, that's for sure. Things are about to get crazy. Let's see. Did you see the first episode of Unscripted? It got me hyped. Is that the one where the guys were talking the night before the Super Bowl? That was today, right? I saw that one. That was awesome. There's no question about it. And am I coming in loud and clear? I'm really dissatisfied with this mic right now. And I'm ordering another one, and I got a wireless one too. I need to try out. I did see it, I guess. Eagles Clip says the best of bit. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Nolan Smith over or under 8.5 sacks this year. Before practice today, I'd have said under. Now, I say it's 50-50. It really depends how much they want to use him. We got to remember, he was with the second team defense because Hassan Reddick wasn't practicing. So it really just depends how they use him. But a guy runs a 4.39. I mean, on one hand, you definitely want him to rush the passer, right? But on the other hand, it's like You know, that guy runs a 4.39. Could he cover tight ends? Like you need to use him like all around, because he's just got too much talent, you know. I didn't hear too much on Greedy Williams. I haven't heard too much. We got 200 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new, hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you, everybody, for being here. D. Greg says, Phil, you got me wanting to revamp jerseys now. Go back to Kelly Green 2024. I love the white and the green concept. I think the revamp is coming. It's been like 30 years. And here's the thing. I'm sorry, but there's just too many hints that something's coming. I don't think it's going to be this year. And when I say revamp jersey, like that doesn't mean it's going to be Kelly Green. It could still be Midnight Green, but I think they're going to upgrade it. You know, I think it's coming next year. The fact that they're using the old word mark, a year later after they've already introduced the other one, that tells me that they got something else planned. Let's see. Mark says, hey, Philly, did you see what was projected this season as far as wins and losses? I haven't seen anything. I saw that we have over under, I believe it's 11.5. I did see that, but that was about it. Jason Smith, what's happening, my man? He says, Maddox always hurt 500. We got to trade. That guy's always hurt, and it always seems like it's a big-ass toe. You know, like I like Maddox, but, man, you're right. He's always hurt, and it's so frustrating. You know, it is. Punjab says, I have a big prediction. Nolan Smith has 10+ sacks. That would be insane. That would be absolutely insane. I think the Eagles' rookie record is 9.5 by Corey Simon. Technically, it should be Reggie, but I don't know that they consider Reggie a rookie because he came from the USFL. So that would be awesome. I think Jalen Carter's going to have 9.5 sacks. Let's not forget, Jalen Carter sacked Jalen Hurts today. I mean, he had a good day too. Oscar says, appreciate the content, Philly. Thank you. Why is there a fly in his house? Damn. Just call me first. Says, damn it, Philly, I'm trying to finish your recent video. I'm sorry, man. You know, it's that time of year. The content keeps coming. It comes. It flows like honey. Clark, what's going on, my man? How are you? Millie says, no idea why you wouldn't want to facelift the jersey. Yeah, I think you got to. I mean, they've had the same jersey pretty much since the 90s. And minor couple things, but I think it's time for facelift. And I really like the Kelly Green with the black, like the black with the Kelly Green numbers. Like, if it was me, this is what I said this before. This is what I would do. If it was up to me and I was the owner, I would go back. Personally, I'd go back to Kelly Green. I would have Kelly Green and green helmets at home. And then I would have a version of the white helmets like they used to do with the white jerseys on the road. And then my alternate would be the black with the Kelly Green numbers. That's what I would do if I were the Eagles. I think that would look absolutely fantastic. Maddox is why they drafted Keely Ringo. Maybe, but I mean, we're hearing that Ringo may play center. So I mean, why did I say center? Safety. I have NFL Network on, and I'm looking at it, and I got distracted. For some reason, I was thinking of Kelsey. Who's a better chance to win the Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jalen Carter or Nolan Smith? I'll say Jalen Carter, because I think Jalen Carter gets more snaps. Although he didn't start today. It was Fletcher Cox and Jordan Davis. So that's pretty interesting. But I think he probably gets more snaps. Where is the New York belt? Need to see the birds on it. What are you doing with it? It's in a box. It's taped up, and I was going to ship it back to Pizzle. And then I said, well, what if he comes back? What if he decides to unretire from YouTube? He's gonna want to get at it. So I'm holding on to it. But if I do take it out of the box, it will have Eagle stuff on it. Ringo will replace Maddox. Interesting. I guess possible. I see Ringo playing safety, to be honest with you. Would you give up eggnog for Kelly Green? I would. I would give up eggnog for Kelly Green. Yeah, part of it is because eggnog's a lot of calories, and I always gain a lot of weight when I'm drinking eggnog. I mean, most of the weight I gain every year is because of eggnog. Cowboy says, pause. There you go. Mary says, I'm like, yeah, Christian Ellis is another guy that ever since spring, we've heard his name every day. Every day, Christian Ellis impresses, Christian Ellis impresses. So I think Christian Ellis, I can't wait to see him preseason. Maybe he has a chance to start. He did have the interception today at practice. What's interesting about it is the reason he had the interception was because Nolan Smith got pressure on Mariota and he threw the pick. So really, you can kind of credit Nolan Smith for that. Joe says, Eagles will be using all the running backs. I actually love that because they all bring something different to the game and better chance of keeping them healthy. Yeah, they're going to do a running back by committee. Now, I do think at some point they'll have their guy that they think is a number one and number two, but I like starting it that way, you know? But yeah, it's interesting. Q-Tip says Trey Sermon. Yeah, you know what? He was the one of the things I wanted to talk about in my video. I didn't was Trey Sermon. They said Trey Sermon looks very impressive, and they don't know how they're going to cut him. So it's going to be a hell of a battle during preseason with these running backs. Senior football. She says, recent subscriber and loving the show from Cali. Well, shout out to you, my man. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Would love Ringo as slot safety. Yeah. I mean, I was reading that the Eagles' plan for him is to use him like in multiple ways. So that's what they want to do. So they may plan on doing that. Eagles Nation says we had these jerseys ever since McNabb was drafted. Yeah, before that. We got that. Who was the quarterback? I think Doug Peterson was the quarterback. I think it was Dawkins' second year in the league. We switched. I would love to see a revamp. Let's see. Fat Cat says I've been hearing that the guy Aaron Sipos has been looking good, dude. I haven't heard that. I have my doubts about Sipos after last year. I heard Legatron was okay though. Lonely says the big question with Nolan Smith will be how many snaps will he maintain with his elite explosiveness. Yeah, I mean that's true, and we just don't know. And how are they planning on using him? Hopefully they find ways to get him in the game. I really want to get him in the game with Hassan Reddick there too. You know, that would be perfect. Just Call Me Flair says, I feel like the Eagles went back to Kelly Green. They probably changed the logo. Well, if you look at the logo, right, it doesn't match the word mark, right? So the Eagles have the word mark at the new one. It doesn't go with the logo. And the thing that's weird is they didn't put the word mark on the jersey yet, but they got it in the end zone. The new word marks were there last year in the end zone. It's weird. The only thing I can think of is they're going to refresh those jerseys at some point soon. Bro, Max always not available. I know. Maddox is frustrating everybody, man. It's true. JMB says, see, I'm not from the 90s. I prefer Midnight Green, but I would like to see Kelly Green again. Yeah, well, Kelly Green alternative, but would you be okay with Midnight Green just refreshed and redone in another way, like just jazzing it up or something? Because I think you need to. God, it's been 30 years. I don't want to. I mean, you know who has the ugly ass uniforms? The Cowboys. Cowboys have ugly ass uniform. It's so ugly that they never even wear their blue jerseys. You ever wonder why they never wear their blue jerseys? They're always in their white ones, whether it's home or away. It's because it's ugly. Mark Holmes is in the chat. I see Mark Holmes Burner is in the chat. Oh, well, speaking of Cowboy fans, I was just wondering how did Zach Martin do in practice today? How was Zach Martin? He had a good practice? Wait, so we don't have the black helmets this year then? I don't know if they're going to do the black helmets also this year. I don't think we are going to get the black helmets this year, but I'm not sure. Vice says they're taking so long to announce that jersey. I know. See, and that's the other thing. The Eagles were clearly the most anticipated alternate jersey everybody was waiting for, and they're the last to come out. I gotta think that there's something more to it. Like, it makes me think that there's something more to it, you know? Do you like the Giants red uniform? Yeah, I don't mind the Giants red uniforms. I like their helmets that say Giants on it better than NY though. Linda says they gave that $50,000 fine from Martin to Diggs. Yeah, right. That's exactly what they did. I think the black uniforms are going because they're bringing Kelly Green back. Yeah, you might be right, but I don't think they're going forever. Like, I think when they do the revamp, I mean, maybe they go back to Kelly Green or some form of it, and then they come out with the black alternates. Because I think when you've seen the pictures I have where it's like the black jersey, they're black jerseys, but Kelly Green numbers. That looks phenomenal. And Jalen Hurts made a comment about that very color last year. So it makes me wonder if it's coming. Yeah, Kelly Green alternative is cool, but I also love the black. I hate the white jersey. They're ugly as the Cowboys. I just like a current jersey. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the white jerseys either. So we got 324 people here. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And thank you guys for being here. Twins, what's going on, my man? How are you? How are you? There's a legit chance the Eagles got the best two players in the draft. I know. They both made an impact day one. I absolutely love it. You know, I can't wait to see these guys play, man. I just can't. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing them toned down Oregon Duck style. Interesting. They used to have a lot of Eagles mock jerseys when they had Chip Dip Kelly was the head coach. And when you drink, always pinky up. It shows you got class, like the Italian gangsters. The gangsters. A lot of gangsters on YouTube. John, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Said, did you see the UFO hearing today? I heard a little bit and seen a couple clips of it. I didn't get to watch the whole thing or the highlights. I will watch it. But, you know, it truly amazes me that they're actually, like, to me, this is all on purpose. Like, they are soft disclosing us right now, and nobody cares. It's like, this is maybe like one of the biggest stories ever, and nobody cares. It's just like, I mean, I guess some people care, but it should be like on every channel. It should be on the news. It's like crazy. Over 300 people and not even 100 likes. People don't like Philly 500. We got to get over 100 likes. We got to get them likes up. You know, George says the UFO stuff is crazy. It is crazy. And it's the one conspiracy type stuff that I think YouTube is allowing a little more now. So I don't feel worried talking about it. But it is. Egotowski. Did I say it right? Yo, Philly, we going to see you in the Rams at the Rams game? No, you're not gonna see me at the Ram game. I won't be there. I'll be here streaming. I'll be streaming. That says UFO deception is a full for. Yep. And he's got the black jersey with the Kelly Green number and wings. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that would be a great alternate, you know? That can beat the Eagles in his sleep. He can beat his meat in his sleep. That's about it. He ain't beating the Eagles this year. How's Zach Martin practice today? How was his practice? Yeah, well, now you're going to get me in trouble. But I concur. The Kelly Green jerseys must have the Eagles with the football in its claw. By far the best symbol ever. I totally agree. I wish these people stopped texting. I keep getting texts. I always get texts when I'm on here, you know? Philly, I'm worried about the schedule. We haven't having acclimate everybody again. I think the schedule, the way it's set up, I think they'll actually be pretty good. I might have a schedule here. Let me see. I think I have it here. No, that's last year's schedule. Do I have the schedule here? Yeah, here it is. So when you look at the schedule, really, I think if you look at the schedule, right, and you look at early on, so you got New England, that should be a win. Monday Night Football against the Vikings, that should be a win. They should be able to beat the Buccaneers. They should be able to beat Washington. I don't think much of the Rams. The Jets is probably kind of a tough game. I think Miami's a tough game. But I think the Eagles should be about 7-1 or something like this. I think the offense carries you early. And then by later in the year, when you get to the Kansas City game, the Buffalo game, the San Francisco game, I think that's when your defense starts to play better. I really do. I think that's what will happen. Let me get this thing off now. But yeah, that's what I think will happen. Jets game's going to be crazy. The Jets are going to stink. Look, they're the Jets. They'll stink. They got Brett Favre. They thought they were going to Super Bowl. They stunk. It'll happen again. We're gonna be Jets have never ever beat us in franchise history. They have never ever beat us, and it's not gonna start this year. And I will not bet the Jets until they actually do it. 500 Milton, Carter, Davis, Nolan all get to practice each day against the best offensive line football. Yeah, and the best offensive line football is definitely practicing perhaps against the best defensive line in football. To me, the defensive line is going to be good. They're going to be studs. But if Jordan Davis is what we need him to be and what we drafted him to be, this defensive line may be better than it was a year ago. I really think Jordan Davis is the key. Because Jalen Carter is going to do his thing. He's a rookie. But Jordan Davis, if he becomes like a beast and he really becomes somebody who's disrupting the interior of the lines and getting pushed, how are you going to stop him, Jalen Carter, him, Fletcher Cox, and then you got Graham and Josh Sweat coming? I think he's the key to that defense possibly getting 70 sacks again. What are you doing, you crazy cat? I got a cat in here. Let's see here. Talk is cheap. Let them play. Exactly. It's easy win. Fat Boy Fragrance reviews. I need to watch Fat Boy Fragrance reviews. That's who I want to get my reviews from. Definitely. I'm going to have to go watch. So ready for football. Go Birds and Roll Tide. Yes, my man. Thank you for the super chat. Do you have a channel? Do you do actual YouTube reviews? I want to go check it out. Thank you for super chat. Dolphins game will be crazy. That could be one of those, 42 to 45, 42, 48 type games. Do we think Sirianni's love for Trey Sermon is real? I don't know. I mean, after what we heard today about Trey Sermon, maybe. Michael, what's happening, my man? How are you? Trevon Diggs he's not trash, but he's definitely overrated. I mean, there's a guy that gives up a lot of yards on the ground. The matter of fact, last thing we heard about Trevon Diggs is he's still chasing after A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown was so wide open, it wasn't even funny. He was wide open. Man, Dallas fans are scared. They are scared, dude. Look, you talk about one good tweet goes up about Nolan Smith. You should see the mass of the Cowboy trolls that come and try to make everybody not believe that tweet. They are so scared about what they're hearing. They all wanted Nolan Smith. They couldn't get him. And now Zach Martin's holding out. And Dak Prescott's getting ready for another great year of interceptions. You got to love it. Bill Belichick is going to have us game planned. Oh, yeah. I know he will, but I just don't know that he has the talent. I'm not a believer in Mac Jones. So, it is what it is. When will you be back with Sills? You need your own show on Jacob Media. Oh, thanks. That's very kind of you. Actually, I think Friday I'm going to be on. He asked me today if I would go on Friday. So I think I'll be on Friday at 4:30 Eastern, I think. We're getting a sack record this year. I'm telling you, if Jordan Davis is the guy, we will. Jordan will blow it up this year. Well, he looks like he's in great shape. So that's a big deal, you know. Dave gets beat on double moves. He sucks. And he's all right. He's like all right, but you know, come on. Capizzo 60-minute right hand man. Are you the right hand man or are you the right hand? The best offensive line is going to be injured by week 1. Lane Johnson's going to complain about his ankle, and Kelsey's going to talk to his brother on his podcast. So basically, what you have to hope for is that now I know why we got Capizzo's 60-minute right hand man account, because you didn't want to say that with your real account, huh? Don't wish injuries on anybody. It always backfires. But Lane's going to be fine. Lane Johnson's a stud. You saw what he did in the Super Bowl last year. Hurt. It's crazy. Texas Boy says, imagine being a grown man calling someone corny. Couldn't be me. I don't know what you're talking about. Eagles guru, Ryan, he says, yo, Philly, who will get us the first sack this year? I'm going to say Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham's is gonna start it. Although I was really close. I was a Mark Holmes away from saying Jordan Davis. Jared says, Philly 500, is there ever a Dallas Cowboy fans in the Eagles stadium? There are. Believe it or not, there are. Cowboy fans are everywhere. Like, they're everywhere. You can't go anywhere in this country and not see Cowboy fans. And the weird thing is they're never from Dallas. And this is the God's honest truth. Until I came on YouTube, I never, ever had met a Cowboys fan from Dallas. Never in my life. Never. Until I came on YouTube. I think Sean from Sports Fury was like the first Cowboy fan ever from Dallas that I've ever met or knew. So they're just like cockroaches. They're everywhere. So they're in Philly and they usually get run out. Philadelphia Eagle says, yo, Philly, what's up, my man? Hey, Nolan Smith, I feel, is going to have a major impact this year. I'm eager to see how Sean Desai uses him. We have our own Micah Parsons 5.0. That would be great. That would be great. The guy's very quick. I think Sean Desai's got to find ways to use him on the field. There's just no question about it. You have to find ways to use them. Definitely. Case Hana, a member for 14 months of Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for your support. Says Cowboy fans are like cockroaches. They are everywhere, and they come out of nowhere. It's like you could be like walking in a store or something, and all of a sudden you see like all these Cowboy fans, and you're like, where the hell did they come from? Were they under the shells or what? It always happens. Fly Eagles Fly, Dave for Super Chat. Going to get 2 Kelly Green Johns. Who should I get? Here's who I'm debating it too, because I'm getting Devontae Smith, right? So I have to get Devontae Smith because he's my favorite player. But I'm also trying to think, should I get Nolan Smith or do I want to get Hassan Reddick? I'm going back and forth between those two. That says they thought they got Nolan Smith and were furious when they found out it was Mozzie Smith. Oh, they were pissed off. I got that clip, but it's on my other computer. I got to find a way to get it. But you're absolutely right. Absolutely. Bryce, what's going on, my man? How are you? How you doing? Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up somewhat. Dak threw an interception today. Then he's doing his work. Jimmy says, I believe in Dean and it is the future. Look, we've got to see Dean play, right? We got to see him play. But by everything the Eagles have said about him, every responsibility they've given him, I got to think that they're very high on him. And the way that they talk about him makes me think he's going to be really good. So I trust them. I do. I trust the Eagles know that he's going to be the real deal. Any insights on that the new defensive coordinator is the real deal yet? Well, you know what? I don't know yet. We got to see on the field. But here's a couple things that he said that I really liked. One, he talked about the identity, right? Got to get back to the Eagles' identity. What is the Eagles' identity? The Eagles' identity really was always been kind of defensive since I've been growing up. The Reggie and Jerome and Clyde and all those guys. And they were very aggressive. So he wants to bring that identity back. And he keeps talking about using guys and putting them in place to make plays and using them to the best of their ability. So with that and the fact that he's supposed to be a little more aggressive, I think we got a lot of hope. I'm going to give him a chance. I am. Good to have football. Yeah, man, you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. Young boy Majesty said, Philly, what's up? How do you feel about our offensive playbook? I expect the offensive playbook to be pretty much the same. I mean, you're going to see a little different because Steichen is gone, but I think it'll be fairly the same. But what I do think you're going to see that is going to be the added wrinkle element is you're going to see them use the running backs out of the backfield in the passing game a lot more. I think that will add another dimension to the offense, and I think the offense is only going to be that much better. Gambo, thank you for super chat, my man. Appreciate it. He goes, I heard our rookie offensive lineman, Barry McCockner, has been killing it. Yes, Barry McCockner has been killing it. Stop calling me. People keep calling. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Thank you for super chat. The Cowboys don't pay Dak enough. Dallas should give Dak a raise. He deserves it. I think they should pay the guy like $1 million every interception. Nolan is a beast. He is. Let's see. Philly, did you hear the Niners spent $1 billion on boxes of Kleenexes? No. I heard that they were coming out with their own brand, though. The 40 whiners. Soft Kleenexes. Won't leave your nose red. Let me catch up here. I'm so far behind. Donatello Dragon, thank you for super chat. He goes, why not use Midnight Kelly Green combo? I would be open to it. I'd have to see like a mock-up of what that would look like. I'm not very good at like envisioning things. Like my wife could say, I want to put this here on this wall and do this on that wall. And I'm like, I don't know if it'll work. It'll look good. I have to see it first. I would have to see it, but I'm not opposed to it. Shabaka, says Philly forward Dallas cat match. One great name just leads to another. Philly, yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. No doubt about it. The other thing I want to say about the jerseys real quick. Did you guys see and shout out to E-Rock, but you guys see E-Rock's post on Twitter? I put it in my video last night at the end. He talked about how he had heard that they were really working hard to make the jerseys like awesome and that they were going to be awesome, and they really put a lot of time and effort and just we have to be patient because we're all going to love it. And I just started thinking about it, like if you're going to go throwback to like Reggie and Jerome days, the Buddy Ryan days, if you're going that, how hard is it to just look and see what it was and then get it? Like what's all the other stuff for? What's all the hard work? What are you trying to design? Makes me think that there's more to it than just Kelly Green jersey. Ellis had a pick today. Yeah, he had a pick on Mariota. Mariota apparently was not good today. So that's not good, but it is what it is. Do you think they should allow aliens to play in the NFL? It depends. Like are the aliens like fast? Are they like the Flash? Do they have superpowers? Or they just got them big ass eyes with their 3 bulbous fingers and like 3 feet that Philly 500 will kick if they ever sees him by his bed. Them things freak me out. So I say no. I don't even want them in this planet. If there are aliens I don't even want them here. Because any alien, this is the problem. I'm getting a conspiracy. This should do this. Shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do it. I'm going to do it. All right. So if you look at alien stuff, right? If all these abductions and stuff are true, and these things are in secret, they take people, they mutilate cows, they do all this stuff. It's all evil. It's all bad. These things obviously aren't here because they want to be our friends. They want to eat us or something or take our resources. They're not here for good. So, no, they can't play in the NFL. Fly Parks, they were super chat. 500 your thoughts on Avonte Maddox being hurt day one in camp. This guy's always hurt. I know. He's always hurt, and I think it's always like his toe, isn't it? Like the same injury. I don't know. I hope I hope he'll be fine. When he's on the field, he plays, but man, he does get hurt a lot, and the Eagles are going to have something planned. They're going to have somebody that can step up because you can't trust them. You can't. Albert says, what I'm most excited about is our new defensive coordinator. I'm very happy and excited about the defensive coordinator too. I'm just glad that Jonathan Gannon's gone. Atlanta Delphia Eagles says, Jalen Carter already out to show every team that passed on him they will pay. Absolutely. 500 loving the shirt, my brother Flagos. Thank you, man. I got this one on. It was Mitchell and Ness. It was a Jerome Brown, and you can see. I love Jerome Brown, one of my favorite players of all time. Ray's Pacer says Philly 500 is a Cowboy hater. Would you like me to confirm that? I hate the Cowboys. What a passion. There's no question about it. No question about it. But man, that's not a bad thing. No, I didn't hear anything on Penny or the running backs today for that matter. Jay Koch, what's up, man? He says, hey, Philly, did you see where Jalen Carter hosted a youth football camp and told the dude in an interview he's ready to kill the Cowgirls? I didn't see the part where he said that about the Cowgirls, but I did see that he hosted a camp. But that's awesome. And if Niners all damn day, boy, Niners all damn day is always on Dan Silio's show. You must love punishment because it must suck to lose to the Eagles. And then you watch him get better than you and increase their distance. Niners are going down this year, my friend. They're going down. I say record prediction. I think the Eagles, they go between 11 and 14 wins. I think it'll be in that area. Dak gets invited to the Super Bowl, gets his award. What did Hurts win? The NFC Conference. He got the NFC Conference. Dak got a reward for what? For who? For what? For who? For what? He's a good guy. Yeah, I'm sure Dak's a great guy. He's a great guy. Yeah, go work at a church. Go out and work with the homeless. Do all that. But you still stink as long as you're the Cowboys quarterback. As soon as Dak Prescott leaves Dallas and ends up in I don't know, Tennessee, I like Dak. As long as he wears that satanic star on his helmet. Witch King says, I don't think Carter is mad teams passed on him. He always wanted to come here. I think he's probably, hopefully it motivates him, hopefully it motivates him. Zastinko, I like that name. David Super Chat, he goes, Hurt Swift was taking catches out of the backfield. I'm sure. I think this is going to be a priority for their offense to get these running backs more involved in the passing game. If you add that dimension to your offense, this offense will be a lot better. Because there were times last year where it's man, and we used to talk about this in the stream, it's if they would just run a running back, screen right here, they would be wide open, and there wasn't even a threat. If you force teams to have to worry about, let's say, DeAndre Swift out of the backfield, how are you going to watch DeAndre Swift, watch Jalen Hurts from running, and then have to deal with Devontae Smith, Goddard, and A.J. Brown? You can't. Somebody is going to be open all the time. It is. It's the truth. Jason D says, good to see you, Philly. Hoping for another good season. Me too, my man. And I will be, just a reminder, I will be streaming every Eagles preseason game, and then I will be streaming every Eagles regular season game, every probably Thursday night game, Sunday night games. Try to do every Monday night game, and then or try to do every Sunday night game because I have post game on that night. So, but I'm gonna do as many primetime games as I can, all the Eagles games, and then any game that the Cowboys or the Giants, those games don't overlap with us, I'll stream that too. So we're gonna stream a lot this year. Devin Allen has a non-football injury. So he has an injury, I think it's to his calf, and it's not from football. It's not football related. So they just have to wait with him. I think they call it the NFI, non-football injury is what he's been put on. Let me try to catch up. Which NFC is being slept on this year? Which NFC team? I would say the Eagles, but people probably say, "Oh, no, you can't say that." But I really think that the Eagles get disrespected a lot. So if I can't say the Eagles, I'm gonna throw a team out there this is kind of wild, but I'm gonna say people are sleeping on the Bears. The Bears are going to be better than people think. I'll say that. Harold says, no way the Eagles win 14 games, that being straight up homer. All right. We'll see. We'll see. I think they could win 14 games. I don't see why not. To me, they're the best team in the league. They're the best team in the conference. And Jets have never beat us. I think we could beat Miami. I mean, yeah, why can't we go 14-3? The Umbrella Man, David Super Chat, my man. Shout out to you. He goes, yo, Philly, what's up? You going to any home games this season? As of right now, I'm not going anywhere because I'm not going back east this year. So I don't look like I'm going this year. But I was talking to Joey about next year, trying to plan something. So there's always a chance I will go if it's like the holidays and I decide to go visit family. Then I could. But as of right now, I'm not going. No. The Umbrella Man, thank you for the super chat. Mike says, are you going to do cigar videos this year? I am. I'm going to do cigar videos this year, and I'm thinking I may even do some live cigar videos this year, too. Ref Taco, he says, Philly, I didn't agree with you until now, but Niner fans are worse than Cowboy fans. I commented no quarterback on a TikTok and got 48 replies and 4 people blocked me. They blocked you? Jeez. They really, I will say this. Cowboy fans are the most delusional fans in the NFL. 49ers are the biggest crybabies in the NFL. I truly believe that. Which King says, they said the midgets have the dumbest fan base. I'm surprised 2 Couch Boys weren't the dumbest with all the dumb shit they say. I have a feeling that poll or whatever had Cowboy fans running it because I don't know how the Cowboys were like number 6. Okay. It's crazy to me. Like I get Cowboy fans saying, will you trade us Fletcher Cox? Will you trade no, the Eagles are not going to trade you their best players. So I don't understand that. But Giants being the dumbest fans in the NFL, it was kind of hilarious. I don't think that they are, but it was kind of funny. Drew says, Eagles go to the West Coast. Eagles go to the West Coast. You're going to go to the game 5. No, not as of right now, I'm not. I can't say 100%, but right now, no, because they're going to Arizona. I'm definitely not going to Arizona. That's like 15 hours. And then if they go, they got to go to Southern California. That's like another 9. So as of right now, no. But it's never impossible. Sharon says, what happened when Dak had to beat us in the for the division? He lost, of course. He beat us when it doesn't matter. He beat us on Christmas Eve only because of one thing. The Eagles had Gardner Stinkshoe. Gardner Stinkshoe was the quarterback. Jalen Hurts didn't play. If Jalen Hurts plays, that last drive, the Eagles win that game. Okay? And then second, when they needed to beat Washington late in the year, they got their butts kicked. Dak does not win big games. He's not a big game quarterback. He's never shown to be. They act like they beat Tom Brady last year. Tom Brady was like 80 years old, couldn't even see, couldn't even throw. His arm was shot. And they've never really won. He's never really won a big game. Playing this at my meeting room while we wait for the meeting to start. Say hi to everyone. Yo, what's up, everyone? Thank you, John Wick. I like that, John Wick. What kind of meeting room? What are we discussing? You're not working for the Eagles department where they're coming out with the jerseys, are you? Because I got a lot of ideas. This isn't like a mafia meeting. Like it's not a sit down, is it? I say if it is, I say whack the dude, whoever it is. I want to be part of this meeting. I want in. I should eat a Twinkie on stream. Let me tell you something. You will never, ever, 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 ever see me eat food on a stream. I think it's the most disgusting thing when people do it. I will never, ever eat on stream. Just won't happen. Okay? I won't go to buffets. I won't eat on stream. Who wants to see a fat guy on a stream eat? Who would want to see that? It's like, I won't go to buffets because I can't be because if you go to a buffet, and let's say you even go and you're going to eat one little meal, just because you're a fat guy, everybody's going to assume you're going to eat all the food. And then they're going to stare at you. I don't go to buffets either. Grunge Smurf, David Super Chat. He goes, how you doing, 500? In one of your intros, you say, happy trails, Hans. What is that from? That is from the movie Die Hard. That's a reenactment of the movie Die Hard. If you have not seen Die Hard, all I can say is watch it. One of the great movies of all time, and one of the few movies that is both a Christmas movie and a non-Christmas movie. Have you ever seen it, Grunge Smurf? I got the giant, but it's boxed up. I was going to send it back, but I didn't. Bloodshot, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, hey, Philly, I got my new neighbor a Cowboys leaf blower and told him he can now blow leaves just like the cowboy blows lead. I love it. He must really like you. That's awesome. Make babies on streams. That wouldn't be right. 500 ain't eating no food on stream. I've never I got like videos of Mark Holmes eating like wings and the wing juice is all over his face. You'll never see me eat on stream. Oh, you got Grunge Smurf. You got to see it then. You definitely have to see it. Capizzle claims he retired. So I assume that he's retired. And I was going to send him his belt back, but then I have a feeling he might come back. Only because he's retired like 3 or 4 times. So I'm keeping it until I know. Dad says, I'm waiting on the day Mark Holmes streams from his shit. You know he wants to. You know, there's an old video I did. An old video of me being Mark Holmes sitting on a toilet. It's one of my like first year videos. It's out there. Nobody's seen it because people didn't watch me back then. But there is something with that. Yeah, Tony Soprano eating. Yeah, but that like in the movies, like I'm not eating on stream. 500 wouldn't eat, but he gets eggnog. Well, eggnog's a drink. Like a drink is fine. Like even a piece, like a piece of hard candy. Pause. Stick a hard piece of candy in your mouth. Pause. You know that's fine. But like when people are like just like, I can't do it, dude. I'll never eat on stream. Like I was watching Mark Holmes. He was eating the chicken. He was like sucking the DNA out of the bones. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Texas boy says Eagles have been in league longer than the Cowboys and less division titles and Super Bowls than the Cowboys. How do they? I don't know why that's such a fascination with you guys. Like I think you guys think I think you think it's the trump card, but it's not the trump card you think it is. Because the truth of the matter is when you get to like you haven't been anywhere in 27 years. I mean, you could talk about the 5 rings, but most people. A lot of people weren't even born. They weren't even born in the 70s or in the 90s. Like, it's meaningless at this point. Chris B, what's up? He goes, how I miss these screens. What's up, Philly? What's going on, my man? How are you? Yeah, I mean, literally sucking the DNA out of the bones. Like... And he's got the wings are all dripping. And I'm like, dude, you're on stream. I don't know. I couldn't do it. I couldn't eat on stream. I'd be too embarrassed. Hell, I don't even want to eat in front of my wife. I have to feed my fat face in private. I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. I crack myself up sometimes. Luke says, can't wait for the season. It will be so satisfying to watch Bradbury Lockdown, Boo-Boo Smith-Schuster. God, I hope the Eagles lay him out, man. I do. Profit one time, member for 7 months of Dingbat Nation. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Says, you think Howie makes a move before the start of the season? Thank you so much for your support. I do. And the reason why I say it is because, am I coming in loud and clear, by the way? I don't know if this mic is working great, but the reason I think so is because that's the history of Howie Roseman. That's what he normally does. He normally makes a trade during the preseason, and I expect him to do one again. He's going to wait. He's going to figure out what it is, and then he's going to make a move. At the cheerleaders for the Super Bowls are in retirement home now. They really are, yeah. Texas Sports says, Eagle fans know Dak didn't get injured. He swept last year, too. You were down 20-0 in the first quarter of that game, right? The only reason you got back into it is because the Eagles were still trying to figure out how to put teams away. There is no chance Dak won that game. But if Jalen Hurts plays on Christmas Eve, the Eagles win the game because he's going to go down that last drive and score. I mean, you could barely beat Gardner Minshew. How could your great vaunted defense, there's such a great defense, the defense is so good. How could you let Gardner Minshew go in and do that to you? That's what I want to know. How could that happen? That's weird. My whole computer just reset. Did I go out and in for a second? Pause. Did it flicker or something for you guys? Your daddy, Mark Holmes, said you can't find rings if you've never seen him. Yeah, that's what Mark Holmes, but he's not my dad. But yeah, he said that. Mark even goes after Cowboy fans. It's true. Joe Vega, what's up? He goes, Philly 500. Did you hear the buzz about Calvin Ridley been lights out? Trevor Lawrence said he ain't seen no shit like that. It's ridiculous. Also, why is Yannick Ngakwe not signed? He had 9.5 sacks. I don't know why Yannick is not signed yet. He's not even asking for that much money. He wants multi-year deal. I don't know. As far as Ridley goes, I watched a bunch of videos of him running routes. He looks great. The guy has talent. There's no doubt about it. Nate, what's going on? He goes, yo, Philly, my favorite. How are you? I'm good, man. How are you? Jolo says, what's up, 500? Defense starting off strong, ain't they? Yeah. Especially those rookies, man. Just what we wanted to hear from those rookies. Oh, yeah. Niners, how was Bosa's practice today? How did Bosa do? You got the Dallas Cowboys and the 49ers are both trying to catch the Eagles, yet they got players holding out. Everybody reported to Philly. We're all in. We're ready to go. They are just falling further and further behind. Oh, they got Dak Prescott on NFL Network. They're showing them. What else is new? Look at that arm. That is an interception arm if I've ever seen it. You can tell by the way the elbow protrudes. It sticks out a little bit. That's an interception arm right there. Oh, I got to catch up here. Hassan 20 sacks. Hassan Red could have had 20 sacks last year if Jonathan Gannon used them right. I believe it. We got 447 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. We will be live again tomorrow. I want to try to be out on here between 1 and 4, 1 and 5 Eastern, somewhere around there. It just depends. But I will be live though. Philly, would you trade Watkins for a 6th? No, I would not trade Watkins for a 6th at this point. I feel like if you trade Watkins, you have to go out and get another receiver first. So if they sign, let's say they sign Jarvis Landry, right? If they sign Jarvis Landry, yeah, then I could see it. But no, not until then. No. Jeffrey says, your old Super Bowl retired trophy winners. There's a young lion pride roaring NFC. Get used to it. That's a good team. I should have talked about when I was asked about underrated NFC team. The Lions are a team you have to watch out for. They may be better than we think. Nathan, Phil, you're my favorite. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Logan says, Philly, I have a question for you. Do you trust our new coaches? I do. I do. I mean, Sean Desai's the one you got to know the most about, but Brian Johnson has been with us. He's been with Jalen Hurts. He knows him well. I think we're fine offensively. Defensively, I guess there's a question mark about him, but how could he be worse than Jonathan Gannon? I mean, literally, how could he be worse? And number two, everything that he said so far, I kind of like, you know. Let's see, I'm trying to catch up here. Jared Goff, well, I agree with that. But at least he has gotten his team to a Super Bowl. Oh, 9 years old. Yeah, you tell him. Dan Cilio's still trolling. What did he say? KJFJ Jams Fusion Jazz Channel. That sounds good. Give up good work 500. Thank you, my man. Shout out to you. Eagles need a real quarterback now. I think it's very crazy. I think this world just shows you how crazy this world is. That a Niners fan would try to say that the Eagles need a real quarterback. Have you looked at the quarterbacks that you have on your roster? Come on, man. Brock Purdy? Please. I don't think you should be talking about teams needing a quarterback. You guys need one. Although Eagles says we banking on our rookies and players we brought in. If everything pans out, Super Bowl, baby. Yeah, Super Bowl. But the other thing too is the NFC is not as good as it was last year. I think you have a much weaker conference. The heavyweights, a lot of these heavyweight teams are in the AFC. So I think the Eagles are sitting pretty, man. Kenny Pickett season. Marcus Mariota would start in San Francisco. That's true. Alex says, can't be worse than Jonathan Gannon, bro. You just jinxes. That's not a jinx. You can make a literally like a true statement isn't a jinx, right? Like a guarantee. Like if I guaranteed this or guaranteed that's a jinx, right? But if I just make a true statement, that's not a jinx. People get worried about jinxes. Jinxes are only like they're only when it's like braggadocious, you know. When you're being honest, it's not braggadocious. The Falcons could be like 2020 Eagles, bad the year before, young quarterback with multiple good runners and vets on defense. Nobody expects them to do anything and went 9-8 and snuck at the 7th seed. Yeah, maybe. I've got to see more from their quarterback though, because I don't believe in him till I see more. You know, that's what I think. Young Gamer says, what do you think about Sidney Brown? That's a great question. I think Sidney Brown has a legitimate chance to start. Everything we've heard about him sounds like the Eagles really, really like him. And I think the safety spot is wide open. It's wide open. So I think we got to watch out because I think that, yeah, man, I think this dude can play. And I think he's going to make an impact. I literally think that you have a chance this season where you have 3 starters playing or 3 rookies starting rather. I'm sorry. Jalen Carter, I think will start at some point. I think it's going to be Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis start. And then I think if Tyler Steen can win the right guard spot, he would start. And then Sidney Brown can end up starting. And then, you know, the only reason Nolan Smith might not be is because of the depth chart. But I don't know. You got to find a way to get him on the field too. Nino Brown says, tell Mark to keep that crazy look face when we play him. Absolutely. Juan Castillo was better than Gannon. You ain't kidding. Can I tell you about Carter? In what way? What do you want to know? What we heard today was that he was really good. Jason Kelsey was talking about him. Really looks good, really fast, really strong out there. And then he put a sack on Jalen Hurts during practice. So he looks the part so far. Let's see. Yeah, Niners stink. That's true. Or I'm going to throw less interceptions just like that. Yeah, that's a jinx. Yeah, when you blame when you blame passive aggressively, you blame other people for your interceptions, even if it's true. But when you do that, like, that's a jinx. But like, if you say something that's just a true statement, that's not a jinx. 500 with Dallas paying Trevon Diggs. Do you see Martin holding out long? If he does, it's already a tough road for them to keep up with the Eagles. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're a player like Martin and you hold out, right? I would assume that you come back right before the season starts, that you just skip training camp. That's what I think. So I think he shows up week 1, but I don't think he shows up for training camp. But the question is Dallas going to even try to sign him? Because why would on earth you ever have a player like Zach Martin? Why on earth would you ever have him not be happy with his contract to the point where he holds out? You do not see that happen with the Eagles. You do not see that happen with Howie Roseman. And the fact that the Cowboys would do that sucks. Let's see. Eagles versus Seattle in the championship game. That would be crazy. See, I have to see. Oh, man. That would be crazy. But I hate Seattle because Seattle always seems to beat us. You know? They always seem to beat us. Is Seattle championship? Birds make it and beat Cincinnati in the Super Bowl. Wow. That would be something. My Super Bowl prediction is simple right now. I think it's a repeat. I think you're going to get a repeat of the Super Bowl. It's going to be Eagles, Chiefs, and then this time we win it. We signed both of our corners for the same amount combined. It's called accounting, idiot. Yeah. Eagles took Christmas slot from the Cowboys. Ratings were so bad. Is that what happened? I don't like that we're playing on Christmas Day. I got to tell you, I hate it. Absolutely hate it. It is what it is, but I hate it. You lick Nick. What kind of... I brought a Jalen Hurt foam finger that I plan on... Oh, my God. Wow. I'm glad that you set really great goals for yourself. That is awesome. Enjoy. Cowboys can sweep the division like in 2021. When was the last time the Eagles swept the NFC East division? Go back to 2004. When was the last time the Eagles swept? Yeah, but listen. You're talking sweep, but you're not accounting one thing. When you go into the last game of the season and everything is locked up and you sit your players versus Dallas, which I think has happened twice, that doesn't even count as far as I'm concerned. So it's not even a big deal. When the Eagles played the Giants the last game of the season, I don't even count that loss. So, I mean, the Eagles have done it plenty. All cards, I say 80. Wow, 85 sacks. That would be crazy. Who would lead with 85 sacks? Who would lead in sacks? LeBron Rice says that interception take from Dak was 100% the receiver's fault. Oh, it's always the receiver's fault because the ball was right in the receiver's hands and he dropped it. It's always the receiver's fault. Don't you know? It always is. Dak Prescott blames his own receivers. To me, if I don't even know we care about interception in practice. Like people are like that all the time, like Jalen Hurts threw 2 interceptions at practice. Who cares? It's practice. You know, that's why I don't like when like Elliott Shore Parks does, like he'll do the statistics. He was 6 of 10 for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's like, who cares? It's practice. You Cowboy fans are already making excuses for practice. Boy, we are going to whip your butts this year. It's not even funny. Like, boy, you guys are set up for a big fall. Woo! Roy says, hey, Philly, don't know how true it is, but it's rumored the reason why the Kelly Greens is taking a while is because there's a copyright issue with Nike. I don't know. I mean, what could the copyright possibly be? The Eagles own... You can't copyright a color. So Nike can't copyright the color, and the Eagles own the throwbacks. So it doesn't make any sense. I think Devin Allen did show up in camp, but he's injured. Non-football related injury is what he has. Let me see. Nate says my Super Bowl pick is Eagles versus Bills. Eagles take it. That would be a hell of a Super Bowl. I'll tell you that. I would feel very good playing Buffalo in the Super Bowl. Cooper Rush went 4. Yeah, remember Cooper? Cowboy fans were ready. They were ready to bench Dak. Remember, Cooper Rush was like 3-0, 4-0, and they were calling. And Mark Holmes was losing his mind. He's pulling his hair out, and they're like calling for Dak Prescott to be benched. They wanted to go Cooper Rush, and then the Eagles destroy them, and you don't hear them talking about it anymore. 49ers are going to benefit like we did from a soft schedule, unfortunately. Yeah, perhaps. But the thing is, as long as the Eagles have home field throughout the playoffs, there's no way the 49ers can go into Philly and win. 49ers, they don't have the quarterback. That's going to be their downfall. They don't have the quarterback. They got a great team. They got a great defensive line. Hargrave's a great addition, but I just don't think they have a quarterback. I don't believe in Brock Purdy. I'm sorry. Yeah, Niners said they're the big dogs. Last year they said they were the beasts of the NFC and that they beat teams into submission, and then we punched them in the mouth. They couldn't get up. That was all she wrote. Christian McCaffrey saved the 49ers. I mean, that was a good trade. That was a good pickup. There's no question about it. But I still think as long as the 49ers don't have a quarterback, they got problems. Not to mention now that what are they going to do with Bosa? Bosa's holding out. Yo, 500. Cowboys lost. Donovan Wilson was carted off the field at training camp. Poor Mark Holmes. Was he really? I hate to see anybody. I don't like injuries, so I hope he's okay. I want Dallas at full strength. Give me the couch boys, we should call them, at full strength. Joe says, even the Warriors head coach is a whiny baby bitch. He's a great rep for that team in city. I know, because he can't win it. He can't win a champion. What has he lost? Like 3 championship games? He's a choker. May I have Vizika? I hope I said that name right. You think the Eagles are breaking it? Yeah, I do. I think this is the year that the Eagles break the curse. I do. I think we repeat as division champions. $500. Smith or Brown? Who won more yards? I say Smith too. I think Devontae Smith, when it's all said and done this season, will be a top 5 wide receiver in this league. I really do. And people will have to give him the respect and credit he deserves. He's not a choker. He's a gagger. That's funny. I want Eagles to beat Cowboys at full strength so Mark Holmes could shut up. Oh, he'll make an excuse. It always happens. I mean, like you notice how when like they talk about playing us, they always talk about Dak Prescott beats the Eagles, and he beat the Eagles last year. But they never talk about the fact that Minshew didn't play. But he always is the first person to tell you that in the first game, Dak Prescott didn't play. But Jalen Hurts doesn't play in the second game, and we have Minshew, and we're supposed to just ignore that. How much longer? Oh, yeah. Micah Parsons, the future Philadelphia Eagle. He will be I think it's another 2 years. Another 2 years. Nolan Smith is going to be Nolan Smith already is. I can't wait to watch the preseason, man. Preseason can't get here quick enough. And I hope we get to see a lot of Nolan Smith, a lot of Jalen Carter. I think you got to give Jordan Davis reps. I do. There are Gym Cougars in the car. I just watched that movie, actually, not too long ago. NFL will fix outcomes of games based on point spread, so no way they're going 13 wins. The whole gambling thing, like, the NFL doesn't care who wins. Like they don't. I don't. This is why I don't believe the whole script. They don't care who wins the game. They don't care who the outcome of the game. They control the point spread. That's what they can control. You control the point spread. It doesn't matter who wins the game or who doesn't. It's as long as you control the point spread. That's why the whole this team can't win or that team was scripted. That's why they don't care about that. They only care about the point spread. That's the truth. Bonzology, what's going on, man? How are you? LeBron, Jalen Carter is going to be rookie choker just like Jordan Davis was. Boy, you must be really jealous, huh? We got Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, everything that you wish you could have, right? You have to accept Mazu Smith, and then you didn't even want Mazu Smith. You wanted Nolan Smith. You guys were celebrating, thought you had Nolan Smith. Man, you guys really got it. It must be hard being a Cowboy fan, I guess. It's got to. Philly, Capizzo came back to YouTube. Any plans on doing a roundtable versus? I think that they said there was some roundtable planned. Actually, I have to see if I can do it, but I think there might be something planned. I think maybe for next week. I have to double check. Thoughts on Adam 22 and his wife? Who the hell is Adam 22? I don't even know who that is. Does he play for Titans, number 22 or something? Who is it? Jalen Carter, 9 sacks. Yeah, I say 9.5. I think he has 9.5 sacks. 500, did you see the Cowboys new throwbacks? They replaced the star with a VHS. Now that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Let's see. All goal is Shark goes, Will's goal is to make 50,000 on football this year. That's your goal? 50,000? Not bad. It's good if you get that. Games are fixed. Outcomes of games are not fixed. There's no need to fix the outcome of the game. You don't need the outcome of the game fixed. You only need to control the spread. You only control points because you could have a team favored by 4 points and the team wins by 3. They still win and you still make the money. You still controlled the game. So I believe the point spreads are manipulated. I don't believe the outcomes are. Outcomes of who wins or who loses. 500, still can't believe we got Carter and Nolan ever since Nick started killing 3 drafts. God, I totally agree. 100,000% agree with you. Centos, oh God. Hey Philly, should we be worried about Matt Patricia and Darius? No, I mean they said that they made up that everything was good, so I assume we're good to go now. I assume that we're good to go. Let's get 100. Could you imagine 100 sacks? That would be crazy. You all be forgetting about Josh Sweat shaking my head. Watch him put up 12 sacks. Oh, I haven't forgotten about Josh Sweat. I expect double-digit sacks from Sweat, definitely. Nolan had a great day, man. Great day. He looks awesome. Steve H. David Super Chat goes 500. What's up, bro? What's going on, man? How are you? Thank you for the Super Chat, my man. Appreciate it. Do you think the Eagles put their fastest receivers on injury before training camp so they can get him back in the 4th game of the season so he can run? Well, he's on the non-football injury related list, right? I don't think they did that. I think he'll be back. I don't know how long he's out. It's not like he's out during till like the season. He could come back. But it was non-football related. So I think he'll be back hopefully during preseason. Do you think the Eagles will be able to beat their Super Bowl runner-up, Chris? I do. I think because of the attitude of this team that they're going to be able to. And I also think that the fact that the conference is weak, I think we will. Yeah. Steve A. David Super Chat goes, thoughts on the UAP whistleblower. You ever know? Thank you for Super Chat. I haven't heard the whole testimony, but I believe there's probably telling the truth. But the thing is, why do they call it UAP now instead of UFO? You notice how they're trying to control it because when you hear UFO, you think of conspiracy theory, but you hear UAP and they think it's okay. It's the same thing. It's really the same thing. Let's see. Over under 1,300 yards for Devontae Smith. I'm gonna say over. I'll say over. I'll say over. Adam is a pilot of the podcast. The jump piece are I don't know. Sounds like a moron. Why would you let your wife? I would never let my wife mess around with anybody. That's crazy to me. The guy from the Chiefs, Justin Ross, he might not make the roster and would be a great number 3. Hey, I think the Eagles are definitely looking at wide receivers and safeties. I mean, they worked a lot of them out, so we'll see. We'll see. I really want to see how Quez does, though. You know. So I heard you hear that Jalen Carr sacked Jack Driscoll. I heard he sacked Hurts. I heard that he beat Driscoll, and I heard that Nolan Smith beat him too. Let's see. You can't have a soul like your you cannot love your wife to do that. I'm sorry. You just can't. Philly, if we can stay somewhat healthy, this team. With you. I totally agree. Did it just reset again? Did I go in and out? That's weird. That's crazy. It looks like I'm having internet problems all of a sudden. Did I freeze up? Or you guys see me? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to see if it's live. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. I don't know why I did that. But we got 424 people in chat. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. I am going to end this in about 5 minutes. I might or might not do another video today. It depends. It could be the aliens, or it could be because we're talking about it. But I will definitely I'll be live again tomorrow afternoon and Friday afternoon, as well as all next week, except for the 2nd of August. I won't be then. I have a bunch of stuff going on. 3,500 Cowboys will own. Chris, you don't even believe that. I don't even think you believe that. We're probably going to keep 4-5. I think 4-5. That kid Street, don't forget about him from New Orleans, is pretty good too. You think Smith gets 1,700? I was thinking about 1,400 yards. Guys just wanted to show off his pinky rings. No, when I want to show off my pinky ring, I do this. This is show. Like the old Italian gangsters. Pinky up. Mark will own your channel this year. You don't even believe that. I don't think Mark Holmes is going to make it. I don't think he's going to make it out this year. With Zach Martin holding out, everybody's telling me Mark is not looking well right now. You don't believe Dak is better than Hurts? Stop. Major Pain says, who is worse, Niners fans or Cowboy fans? When Cowboy fans are more delusional, Niner fans are bigger crybabies. That's what I'll say. Cowboys actually have gotten used to losing over the last 20-something years. Offense isn't built for 1,400 yards. Well, what's his face? A.J. Brown got 1,400 yards last year. I don't see why Devontae Smith can't get it. See you, Philly. I'm going to beat my wood. Okay. Have fun. (16-1) our record. I mean, I'll take it. I think we got a good chance at being the number 1 seed again. $500. You've seen us hold that trophy more than yours do it. Yeah, but that was so long ago. Like I can't really remember yours. It's like it's all, everything is conjoined. Like I have a clear, vivid, high definition memory of the Eagles holding up a trophy. I don't the Cowboys. It's almost like your trophies are almost like a bad dream. Like it's so long you almost forgot about it, you know? You just live your life. Early Surly says we're going to be very competitive and top of our game, and I know with the talent we have on our team, running backs will do well. I'll see what you do. Yeah, I agree. Oh, I agree with you. I think so. I think it's going to be very competitive. Swift will be like 700 rushing, 500. Yeah, I think somewhere like that. He's going to have I think he's going to have like 40 catches, 500 yards, something like that. It's going to be similar to what Miles did in the passing game his rookie year. It should really give us another dimension, though, offensively, you know, for sure. Swift 1,100 yards. I mean, I'll take it. Man, Couch Boy Troll, they're scared, man. They are freaking out because of Nolan Smith and Jalen. I mean, they're freaking out. They're scared. That's what it is. It really is. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Anyways, let's see. 500. Are you buying the new PlayStation 5 Spider-Man Wolverine? I don't know. I haven't. I mean, is that the Spider-Man 2? I don't know. The games have been so lackluster for me, but I'll probably get it because I would like to play something. You know, I don't think I'm going to play Madden. 500. Eagles are sleeping on New England. I don't think they're sleeping on New England at all. I just don't think New England's that good. Anyways, guys, let me thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming through. Thanks for the likes, the super chats, subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to end this now. I will be back tomorrow. I might or might not have a video out tonight. We'll see. It just depends if I have anything I want to talk about. But I will be back streaming tomorrow and another video as we go day 2 to practice too. So thank you guys so much for joining. I'm going to get out of here before my internet acts up again. And let me just say, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It's great to be back. It's great that it's football season, and I'm ready to go. With that said, let's let what's going to happen to the Cowboys take us out of here. You guys have a great night. I will definitely talk to you later. Take care, and don't be a dingbat. Peace. Denzel Washington, out.
Not time for one more play.
The officials are back.
We had one.
Yo, you gotta be motherfucking
You
kidding
gotta
me.
be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
What are you doing?
running from
What
a.
are you doing?
To get off the field on 3rd down.
What was that bullshit?
That is not right.
Tell him more. He's got to be better, man. He wasn't.
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had no time for one more
He
play.
had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us.
Away, but, you know, this is just
The brother screwed us.
You know, I'm upset, but
The brother screwed
it
us.
is, man.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
Yeah,
end that way.
you
The
literally.
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us.
It's going to end the way.